So today I'm gonna be sewing as well as restocking some of my TBR bookmarks because not only are we in a winter storm, and what is better than just staying inside, staying warm and just crafting, but I also got a huge fabric haul. Last weekend I went to a local quilting shop and I picked out a few fabrics there. Then of course I also went to Hobby Lobby because they were having their 30% off all fabric. So let me share with you all of the fabrics I picked out. At the quilting shop, I got 3. So these 2 main fabrics, I just love the designs on these and they're going to be perfect for my spring collection, which won't actually be launching until March, but this gives me plenty of time to practice zippers and just start planning what products I want to release. But I absolutely love these. And then this one for the inner fabric. Then from Etsy, I picked out this one, which might be my new favorite fabric. It has plants and cats, and I am a huge cat lover if you didn't know. So I love this fabric. We're definitely gonna be using this one in this video. Then from Hobby Lobby, I got a couple other spring fabrics. So we have this floral one as well as this. I saw this teddy bear fabric and I could not resist. I think this would be so cute on pajama shorts or a makeup bag. And I think this might be new for Hobby Lobby. I don't think I've ever seen it before, but adorable. Can't wait to use that one. And then I just got this plain fabric for the inner lining. And then finally, for my Valentine collection, I launched 3 different types of scrunchie: velvet, knit, and satin. And out of all of those fabrics, I found knit to be the easiest to work with. So I went ahead and picked up this cherry knit fabric to make scrunchies. And I just think it's gonna be really cute and perfect for spring and summer. And yeah, that is all of the fabrics I got. I actually have more on the way, but because of the winter storm, everything's a little bit delayed. So hopefully those fabrics will show up this week. And my hair is definitely looking a little cuckoo today, so don't mind that. But let's go ahead and get this fabric out and get to cutting. Something I would love to eventually have is a designated table for cutting my fabrics. That way I don't have to move this cutting mat constantly, and it's just so big, I don't have anywhere to store it. So that would be a dream one day. So let me find the pattern. I know I bought the pattern a few months ago, so I have it somewhere. It's gotta be in here because I have a whole bunch of her patterns. I have her toiletry bag pattern. There's a zipper pull. So I want to make a wallet. So I'm gonna find one of her smaller ones. This pattern actually came with a bunch of different sizes for zipper pouches. I found 2 more. We're gonna make this one because I really need a new wallet. I'm still using the very first wallet I made, which looks pretty rough. So definitely in need for a new one. So we're gonna do that. I'm not gonna worry about making it super even yet. Just gonna go ahead and cut a piece out. Okay, there's the outer pieces. So for this zipper pouch, I'm just gonna use fusible interfacing. I would normally quilt, but for this practice run, we're just gonna use this to give it structure. And while we're at it, we're going to iron out the inner fabric as well. Okay, I have my zipper. This zipper actually comes with like a little end that you can add to it. So I'm gonna try that. Okay, we'll do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and clip it in place. So I'm gonna take it to my sewing machine and just sew right along the zipper, right where that zipper closure is. Okay, I have my zipper tab sewn on. So we're gonna take one of the outer pieces and just lay it on top. is a side-by-side comparison of my first zipper pouch versus the one I just made. Definitely an improvement. I still struggled a bit. I think the zipper might be just too big, but it was a little difficult sewing right here along the edges. But on this one, you can't even see the zipper tabs. I don't know what happened with this one, but definitely an improvement. So I am happy with how this one turned out. I made this paper bow garland and I think it turned out adorable. I just love making garlands. They're so easy and just a very simple way to decorate for the holidays. But yeah, my desk is looking very festive for Valentine's Day. Another new thing, I added a vinyl wrap to my sewing area. It's the same wrap that I added to my desk, which just adds a nice contrast against the white. I do want to make one quilted, so probably in one of the next upcoming videos, we'll make another one, but we'll make it quilted and probably add some batting to it. But overall, very happy with how this looks, super cute, and very excited to start using this one over my last one. Before I get into sewing my next project, I want to restock on some of my TBR bookmarks. I am out of pretty much all of them. My floral, my strawberry, my rose, my original one. So we're gonna do all of that. Then we'll get into sewing. The rose one that I launched for my Valentine collection is probably my personal favorite. I just love the colors. I think it turned out really pretty. So I love this one. Let's go ahead and cut it out. How cute. I am a huge cat person, if you didn't know, but oh my gosh, this is so cute. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and use this fabric. I think I'm just gonna use this light pink just because I have a decent amount left, and this fabric is just from Hobby Lobby, so I can always get some more. And I think it'll be really cute with this fabric because it matches some of the little flowers. So I just realized I cut the fabric going the wrong way. The cats are supposed to go that way and I cut it like that. So I'm thinking to be able to save this, could turn it into a pencil pouch instead. So I think we're gonna do that, and then we'll just save the other piece to end up making an actual boxy makeup bag. So let's improvise. done with my first pencil pouch. So initially I was going to make this a boxy bag, but then after quilting, I realized I cut the fabric the wrong way. So I improvised, I cut the quilted piece in half and turned it into a pencil pouch. I will say on my next one, I'm gonna go ahead and do a zipper tab on both sides. I was kind of following the same pattern as the wallet, and Rosie Caldwell only does a zipper tab on one side and then has the zipper kind of go into the pouch. So I did that with this, but I think next time I'm definitely gonna do the zipper tab on both sides and then maybe even add a little loop on one end. And I absolutely love this fabric. I think it is adorable with the blush pink inner lining. So I still have a long way to go on zippers. I need to practice a ton. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make a wallet and a pencil pouch, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye.